What's good? What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the show, Recap with Mo, where we getting ready to get into another episode breakdown of Tyler Perry's Zatima, alright? But before we get into this thing, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss shit that's going down right here, alright? So, listen, let's go ahead and get into this thing because I'm excited about this new episode. And the episode we're getting ready to talk about is Moments of Clarity, episode number 15. Now, the synopsis for this episode states that Zach sees how therapy has changed his perspective. Angela confronts Belinda about the fake dating profile she made, and Fatima is shocked by the fallout of her confrontation with Deja. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this thing. All right, so we start this off. Now, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm going to be honest. I thought that this episode was going to start off with a bang, a teardropper, because that's what it's been doing the last few episodes. Like, that's what I honestly expected. I was like, damn, let me go ahead and get my tissue ready and let that one thug tear drop down. You know how y'all see it. And then I suck it back up and put that little tissue up under my... But no, and all jokes aside, for real, I thought it was just going to start off like that. Now, it did start off with a bang. Not the bang that I thought it was, but it still started off with a bang. And then I said, damn, it's not real. Because I was like, damn, did they get back together? So anyhow, they didn't. So it was all a dream. You know, like Biggie Small says. So Zach wakes up. Now, let's step back real quick. Because Fatima in the scene is like, look, Zach, I want you to say my name. Say my name. You acting kind of shady. You ain't calling me baby. Like, I was like, all right. So anyhow, she said, say my name. So Zach says Fatima. This girl says, that ain't my name. So he was like, well, what the hell is it? She says, Bryce. I said, oh, hell no. He was like, what? And he wakes up. So I was like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. So anyhow, when she does that, when he wakes up, he was like, okay, damn, Fatima is not here. He's looking around. He's calling Fatima by her name. Of course, that ain't her name no more. It's Bryce. So you got to think differently, Zach. So anyhow, when he notices finally that she's not there, he decides to call Angela. And yes, I'm calling her by her official name in this show now, instead of Ashley. All right, y'all got on me a little bit. Like I told y'all, I put it in the video. I know her name is Angela and not Ashley. I just forgot. All right. So anyhow, he calls Angela to find out where Fatima is. She's talking about she ain't here. Like, just go ahead and call her and leave her a message. So he was like, well, you sure she ain't there listening to the phone calls? Zach, she just told you she ain't there. Now, could she be lying? Yeah. But should you care? No. Because, look, you told your lie. Live in it. All right? Let's move on. So while he's in the midst of that, he gets another phone call thinking it's Fatima. It just so happens to be Bryce. So when Bryce calls him, he's like, hey, Zach, I need you to come and look at this building. I know you're not too keen on it right now, but I definitely think that it's a great business deal. So just please come and look at it. And Zach initially is like, no, I don't want to see it. Like, I don't care to be part of this situation. And then Bryce is like, look, man, let's be real. Like, are you still holding all of this stuff previously against me? That's why you don't want to do the deal? And Bryce is like, look, bro, this is a great deal. Don't miss out on this opportunity. So Zach is like, okay, hell, like, just go ahead and send me the address. He said it's already been done. Just come on and show up. It's downtown. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So anyhow, going on from there, we see both Paul and Fatima laying in the bed like it's morning and we slept the night away. It happened. Now we can't turn back the hands of time. And I was like, what the hell done went down in here, Fatima? Like, what's going on? You cheated on my boy Zach? But no, it didn't go down like that, obviously. Because she laid up, she couldn't sleep last night, and we found out that Paul didn't get none last night. So I am applauding that situation. I'm glad that she was able to hold out on old Father Paul, all right, with the hairline. You know, ain't nobody got no sprayed on hairline like that. But anyhow, going on. Anyhow, so We find out that she couldn't really sleep because she was still thinking about Zach. She called his name out numerous times. And long story short, Paul is feeling some type of way. He's understanding that she's going through this withdrawal process, but at the same time, there's only so much that it can take. All right, because he's being patient, but at the same time, when is it going to be my time? When am I going to reap the benefits of showing you this compassion? When am I going to get, when I'm going to get some? That's pretty much what he getting at, Fatima. And see, that's why I keep trying to tell y'all ladies, y'all can be trusting brothers like this with sprayed on hairlines that want to look at y'all and y'all think they the best thing in the world. Listen, man, let me go on and get off of him. Like I said before, he's feeling some type of way, honestly. And what he said to her that made her feel some type of way, like, what the hell you talking about? Those were his real feelings. Now, he tried to straighten it out, but he had already messed it up. You see what I'm saying? And then he said, well, just keep my number. I'm going to give you some space. Hell yeah, you're going to give us space because you already messed up, bro. That's what it's all about. You already know. So you had no choice because she was going to give you space anyhow. So anyhow, going on from there, she lays on out in the bed because she's zoning out right now. She's missing Zach. You know what I'm saying? So then Paul tries to creep down the steps. But of course, Angela is already sitting on the couch, so there's no way to creep up out the crib without being noticed. So anyhow, when he comes down the steps, she's like, hey, how you doing? You taking that walk of shame, right? And then he was like, oh, not necessarily. You got to be able to say you did something to take a walk of shame, but obviously that didn't go down last night. So walk your ass up out the house, bro. So anyhow, before he exits the building, he has to let her know that she has a couple of shingles loose, and he said he would actually do it for her free of charge. And she was like, oh, really? Now, you got to be careful with your friends. Now, I know y'all ladies and gentlemen, y'all got close friends. Some of them are closer than your own damn siblings. But at the same time, Angela, she ain't got nobody right now. And she looking at Paul, she looking at Zach, she looking at everything in between. Not to say she will get down like that, but at the same token, she lonely right now. She ain't getting it right now. And Paul is able and willing. So she asking a whole lot of damn questions about Paul and Zach. Like, for you not to really want to know. I'm just saying. So anyhow, after he leaves, Fatima walks down in that same dress she had on the other night, and she walks down trying to creep down the steps, and she gets noticed as well. So anyhow, she was like, okay, what's good? What you doing? Ain't no need to creep down the steps because y'all didn't do nothing. Y'all didn't do nothing last night. Or if you did, then something didn't go right because you wasn't screaming and hollering, you know what I'm saying, losing your breath, needing some water or whatnot. So anyhow, she was like, no, nothing went down like that. As a matter of fact, I couldn't. But the real issue is you couldn't because he wasn't Zach. And that was the whole dialogue between these two women. Like, he ain't Zach. He ain't Zach. The conversation wasn't right. He ain't Zach. The way he held me, the way he was trying to hold me in the bed, he didn't fit because he wasn't Zach. That's who you missing because you love Zach. And then I ain't even going to talk about the rest of the discussion that they had because I think I will break a lot of man law codes right there. So I'm going to leave it at that. But anyhow, I'm just saying, if you want to go see the show, go ahead and see the show. But anyhow, going on from there, we head over to see Zach at his crib. Now, Zach is at his crib getting his Peloton on. And the fellas, Nate and Tony, show up, knock on the door. He was like, who is it? He said, it's Tony. He was like, are you by yourself? Are you this? Are you that? He was like, damn, it's just 21 questions, like 50 Cent. Now, we're not going to talk about 50 Cent right now. But at the same time, Tony honestly was coming over there just to check in on Zach, just to see how he's feeling. I can deal with Tony. Even though he's silly as hell, I can deal with him. The one that I cannot deal with is Nate. Because for me, hating Nate is sort of like the friend that you want to talk to, but you really don't want to tell shit to because he gonna hate on it. Or he always gonna have something negative to say because he's unhappy at home. Like this whole situation, like Zach is honestly trying to better himself. He's going through therapy to understand why he keeps making these same damn mistakes. And then you got hating Nate over here who's constantly throwing shade at what he's trying to accomplish. And if I'm trying to move higher, then there's no way in hell that I need to have friends who are constantly pulling me down. If anything, I need friends, I need loved ones who are going to encourage me to keep striving to make myself better. But hating Nate, I mean, he's laughing about Zach going to therapy when he's one of the main that need therapy himself. So Zach points it up to him. He's like, look, let's talk about it real quick. Let's put it on the table. And Nate is like, okay, hating Nate is like, okay, tell me what you're talking about. So he was like, look, you done lost your wife. Your wife was beating on you with a bat. He was like, okay. He was like, okay, you sleeping with the stripper next door. He was like, okay. And then he was like, you living with Tony. And then you ain't got no damn job. So 4 out of 4, man, you effed up. Like, seriously, bro, you are effed up from the rooter to the tutor. And you talking about, you the main one sitting up here talking about you don't need no damn therapy. And then you go on to talk about, well, yeah, you can make yourself better for the next girl. And he's like, oh, that's it, man. Are you serious right now? Get your ass up out my house. And he was right to tell them that. Well, not them, but, you know, Tony was included in that because he came along with Nate. So, I'm sorry to tell you, Tony, but you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. And it's sad because your friends should be the main ones motivating you to do greatness. So, you know, who knows? But anyhow, moving on from there, we head over to Belinda's house. Now, Belinda is chilling at her crib when she gets a knock on the door, and it just so happens to be Angela, all right? So Angela is coming in. She wants to know, for real, what has gone down. Belinda, did you do it or not? Did you set up the fake account or not? Because word on the street is the shit is on your computer, and I want to know, I want to see the daggone computer. Belinda's like, no, I did not do it. I keep telling y'all I did not do that stuff. So Angela is like, okay, well, let me see your computer. She was like, who in the hell told you? So obviously, she didn't know. She didn't. I mean, see, you just see, you confused as hell. You just told on yourself. You just told Angela without telling her that you did it, that you did it. You see how confusing that is? See, do what you're supposed to do. You don't have to worry about it. But see, you and hating Nate deserve each other because you a hater just as he's a hater. So, you know, I ain't mad about y'all getting together. You see what I'm saying? Because you just stated that he came over there, did you in, looked on your computer, went and told everybody else about it, but he actually didn't touch base with Angela. You see what I'm saying? She overheard it another way. So, listen, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know how you're going to rebound from this, but I don't think anybody cares because Angela at this point is telling you that she's done as well. And you know your concern is, and you said it yourself, damn it, she going to shoot me. Yeah, you might be right. You might, and you actually deserve it because you messing up people's lives because of your hate. Anyhow, moving on from there, man, I don't even want to talk about Belinda no more. Anyhow, moving on from there, we head up to the law firm where we see Fatima sitting in her office. She gets a call, obviously, to come down to the front because somebody wants to meet with her. When she comes down, there's a lady that's sitting there waiting on her with a manila file folder or whatnot. So when she gets there, the lady says, "Are you Fatima?" And she's like, "Yes, I am." She gives her that envelope and she says, "You've been served." So obviously, Deja ain't stopped shit. She said, I'm going forward with my lawsuit. I'm about to get my bag. So anyhow, going on from there, she's opening it up. Angela's coming in at the same time, I guess to tell her what she did with Belinda or to tell her that Belinda actually did the shit. But while she's in the midst of all of this and she's upset, you can tell that she's stressed out about it. She can't believe that Deja is doing it. And she was like, who in the hell is the attorney? And she was like, oh, that's that slip and fall guy. But anyhow, her mom shows up, Fatima's mom. She's showing up to take Fatima out for lunch. Now, Fatima is feeling some type of way. Her mom can tell that she's stressed out about it, but she doesn't know for what reason. Fatima lies and tells her, I'm just stressed out about work. So anyhow, she was like, okay, we'll go ahead and get your purse and everything so we can jettison. So anyhow, when they go out, before they go out, Fatima's like, why are you trying to take me out for lunch? Like, you only take me out for lunch when you want to tell me something. And she was like, look, I promise it's not bad. So she was like, okay, I'll go ahead and go. from there, we go to Zach. Now, Zach is standing outside of the building where he and Bryce are supposed to meet to see the new property or whatnot that they're interested in. So while he's there, he receives a phone call. And when he picks up the phone, the guy on the phone says, "Hey, this is your father-in-law." Zach is like, "What the hell? Like, my father-in-law?" He was like, "Yeah, this is Fatima's father, Henry." So anyhow, Henry's like, "Look, man, I need you to come to the house. All right, I need you to come to the house tonight. I want to talk to you. My wife wants to talk to you. We want to mend everything that pretty much has gone down. We want to set everything right." Zach is like, "No, I'm not feeling that, Henry, at all. Like, Fatima ain't going for that." He was like, "Listen, hear me out. My wife actually wants to apologize." And Zach was like, "She said that?" He was like, "Look, I'm going to work it out for you. I just need you to show up tonight." Finally, after Zach continues to say no, he don't think so, Henry takes it into his own hands and he's like, "Look, I'm going to send you the text message. I need you to be there." See, that's what Zach needs. He needs a stiff kick in the ass sometimes to get him where he needs to go. And that's exactly who Henry is, that ass kicker. So anyhow, we head back over to see Fatima and her mom sitting at the restaurant being served by a waitress. And of course, her mom is like, "Look, I just wanted to talk to you about some stuff. It's not bad, but I want you to know that I feel bad about what has happened between you and Zach." She was like, "Zach is not in the picture. We're no longer together. Are you happy?" She was like, "No, because I honestly feel like I'm part of the problem. Like, I'm the reason why you guys are not together." Fatima conveys to her, like, "No, you're not the reason. There's some other stuff that I'm not sharing right now that actually caused this whole breakup," which it is, but some of it is her as well because of the stress that she placed on Zach. And I'm not making any excuses for him because how he responded is how he responded. But at the same token, I respect her mom a little bit better now, right now, because of what she's saying to Fatima. She's saying all the right things. She's saying everything that needs to be stated. And if she's willing to apologize to Zach for what she did, for harping on his record, on his past, because of what she went through in her past, then I can respect that and I can honor that. You see what I'm saying? And Fatima needs to allow her mother to do that. Now, Fatima's mom also conveys to her that her stepfather, Henry, has already spoken with Zach. She said, "What? Like, for real?" She was like, "Yeah, he's already had this discussion, and Zach is actually going to be coming to the crib tonight." She was like, "No, Zach ain't going for that." Well, she don't know Henry, obviously, because Henry already done kicked that ass, and he already done said, "I'm sending you the text, and you better be there when I say so at 7 o'clock. So Fatima know what time it is, and she best to be there as well because her mom has already said you need to be there as well. So I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but who knows? I mean, we got this show for a reason, all right? But the biggest thing, and I told y'all to be on the damn lookout for it. I told y'all cannot trust a brother with a sprayed on hairline. So we at the building site with Zach. Bryce is coming out with Valerie, and they're talking about the whole financial piece of, buying this property or whatnot. They haven't accepted a loan or even put in the paperwork for the damn loan to get the capital to purchase this. Zach is going back and forth, which I'm confused as hell about. Either we're going to be a partnership or we're not, because you're going back and forth about, do we have the funds or do we not? Bryce is trying to make it sound like we're good. We're going to work it out on the back end so we can get this thing done. On the other side, Zach is like, "No, I'm not good. It ain't me, it's we, Zach." So once again, you're going through therapy, but it's not helping you in your business senses right now. Anyhow, moving on from that, because I don't really want to talk about Zach right now. I want to get to an old boy with the hard hat on. Yeah, Brother Paul, who was laid up in the bed with Fatima early this morning, talking about as we lay, and all of a sudden she say, "Honey," and Zach is like, "Hold the hell up. This is married?" Listen, I hope this ain't the factuals, but it seemed like this brother done took some, he done took some vows, y'all. And now he said, well, I don't know if he took some vows, but she said, honey. I know I heard honey for sure. So now, is he in this relationship? And how the hell was he able to sleep in somebody else's crib? Oh, man, there's another. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Anyhow, man, that's the end of the episode. I don't even know where to start, where to end, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed this recap and this review. As always, please like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss shiznit that's going down right here with the recap with Mo, man. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.